not need to practice for 6 months to play songs people actually want to hear. In fact, you can play 3 of the biggest rock anthems of the 90s and 2000s right now using just 2 or 3 basic chords. Then I'm going to show you exactly which chords you need for these 3 tracks and the kind of shortcuts, lazy left-hand stuff you can do to switch between them effortlessly. I've been teaching guitar for over 35 years, and my goal is to give you visual shortcuts and codebreaker type hacks to bypass all the frustrating stuff while you're learning. So grab your guitar. I'm actually going to switch to an acoustic for a second over here, and we're going to get right going with the first song. Let's start with a massive 90s hit, which is literally just 2 chords from start to end. Well, except for a little lead interlude thing, which I can teach in a separate lesson if you want. When most beginners try to play this kind of song, they'll start to get very stiff on it and lose the groove, and we're going to talk about how not to do that. The chords are just a basic D, and not even the full D. You don't need this finger, so it's just... and a G, and again, not even the full chord. The thing is about staying laid back with the accents and getting the hammer on right. And you can kind of wander. You don't have to play it exactly the same each repeat of it. You just play the idea. So very basically, and then the hammer on. And then you just replace the low D with a low G. And then to the octave of the D and the hammer. So slow. And you can kind of hit it, like I said, a little bit different each time. Sometimes you strum a couple of the notes, sometimes you hit twice, or you go. You wander around a little bit, just keep that laid back feel. And hey, by the way, if you like this guitar and think it's cool, it's a carbon fiber acoustic from Enya, and I've got a whole video review it. I'll link it here, wherever it is I pop it up. What if I told you you could play one of the biggest acoustic anthems ever without moving your ring finger once, except for briefly during the chorus? Everyone panics when they see a C add 9 on a chord chart, but this is really pretty simple, and Billy Joe Armstrong used kind of a hack to make it even easier. Progression is a G, C add 9, and a D. The hack is that if you play the chords a certain way, this finger, your ring finger, just stays on the D note on the B string. So you're just playing the G, and you move your fingers down to a C, real simple, and then the D. So it's a little bit quick to pick that fast, to make the changes that fast, and I'll link you another lesson here about how to do that. Get used to doing that without having those pauses in between chords. But again, slowly though, it's a G, the C, and then the D. And in the chorus, it just briefly changes to, you do have to lift the ring finger to an E minor, to a G, a couple times. And then the last chord of that chorus is back to the D, and then the whole thing just repeats again. I love when you can do things like anchor a finger and just move kind of in a linear pattern to keep things easy. Now let's turn up the gain and play a massive 2000s hit where we can not have to use any complex chords and kind of use a lot of what we already learned. A lot of players think you need entirely different chords if you kind of want to play heavy, but as you see in the chorus of this song, it's just kind of about how you hit them and which notes you choose to hit. For the verses, the chords here are just a D, A, and a G, and you're playing kind of a power chord. It's not 2 notes, but it's 3 notes. I'll show you. You've got the D chord here, the 5th fret on the A string, then the 7th fret, then the 7th fret octave, and you're just playing all downstrokes and kind of muted. Got your palm kind of resting there on the strings by the bridge there to mute it. And then you go to an A. So it's the same thing, just move to the next set of strings. So it's the 5th fret of the E string and then 7th and 7th. Then down to the G, which is the same chord that you just played, but 2 frets lower than the 3rd fret. Then to the D. Now when he gets to the chorus there, it's the same chords, but he's going to use the open D. And this song, he's got this string tuned down, all the way down. I'm giving you a version of it so you don't have to do anything with retuning the guitars. And you just play this same D chord we've been playing where you don't include that high note. You just have these two notes here. You have that D and he starts it on the offbeat. And then an A chord here, which is the open A string, and the second fret and the second fret. And then that G we've already been playing. So there is some more complexity to the song. There's other parts and layers which are really cool. And again, I can do that in a separate lesson if you guys want. Just list it below. I think there's a lot of neat, nuanced stuff in this song. So now that you got these three anthems down, the next thing you'll probably notice is that maybe your chord transitions are still like having a tiny hiccup or pause between them. And you don't need to practice faster. You just need to know how to mute the strings properly during the switch. And I've got a video coming up on the right here. I mentioned it before. That is a hack to help you learn how to get your hands to cooperate and switch faster and what you can do while you're switching. And of course, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I get back to everyone as soon as I can. And until next time, guys, keep making great music.